Hey folks, Deano here again. This time with part 2 of my WoW Superaction Studio Kaioken Goku review. And yeah, this one will be mostly doing head swaps. We did the comparisons at the end of the first part, so if you want to see those, go and watch that video just to check it out. And yeah, in terms of the heads that we've got here, I have pretty much a selection of everything we could need. From left to right, we have both the bootleg Legendary Super Saiyan Goku head and the standard one. I want to see if either of these will fit, because obviously this is a 3.0 style Peckhole, this is a 2.0 style. We have the Windswept one that came with the figure. I'm going to see if that works on either of these two bodies right here, the Legendary Super Saiyan and the Demoniacal Fit Kaioken. And we have the hair up, sort of hair again from that Kaioken. I'll also be trying the standard one. That'll be filling in for the normal style here. We have Lowest Born Saiyan in the middle here. We have, this is actually the recast of the Recustom head by E&C, although I have modified it to fit the standard heads. So yeah, that looks good in my opinion. I'll take it apart just to show you how I did that later. And we have the false Super Saiyan head from the Black Hole Toys Super Saiyan Warrior Awakening, the event exclusive version. We have my all-time favourite head sculpt, the DKO Bardock sculpt with the scar removed. The DCG Super Saiyan head, again, this is my all-time favourite, specifically for Namek. DCG Super Saiyan Goku. And lastly, the recast of the Recustom Legendary Goku. Just to see. Now, I know what you're thinking. Dean, this is the Kaioken version. Why the hell are you trying all these normal faces on them? Well, it's mostly so you know in advance if they fit on the standard version. Because obviously, there's two versions of this guy. The Kaioken one and the normal one with the blue gi and stuff. So yeah, if for whatever reason you want to make an even more bulky, buff Super Saiyan Goku, then we will see if you can in this video. So yeah, let's get all this out of the way and start popping the heads on, shall we? So, to quickly get it out of the way, let's see how these faces look on these bodies. So, this is probably the most likely one to work, because it's essentially the body this is based off. So, let's have a look, shall we? And yeah, it was a loose pop, but it did pop on. And yeah, that's okay. That's not too bad. You could kind of make a base form Namek Goku with this. If you had the stern face on instead, I've got the smirk on. But yeah, yeah, that actually worked fairly well. What about the sort of angry face? Not sure why you would want this one on here, but hey-oh, it's there. Obviously, I am always very careful with this body because of these decals here. I'm honestly impressed they're all still on here as well as they are, because I literally just stuck them on and that was the end of it. So, yeah, always careful not to scratch those off. There we go. Again, that was not a very satisfying pop, but it did work. So yeah, I don't know, this face looks a bit awkward on this body. I don't know what it is. It looks good on the body it's meant for, but yeah, not entirely convinced by that, to be honest with you. Let's see. I probably messed this up because the 3.0 deck peg is bigger. than the 2.0, so this may have stretched the peg before trying it on this guy, but here goes. Yeah, that is way too loose. Way too loose. I don't think any stretching of the pegs would have changed that any. Plus, again, this head in particular just looks bizarre on any figure that isn't the one it came with. So yeah, yeah, this one doesn't even peg in. So yeah, that's a bit of a shame right there. Also the the face looks huge on this guy. Yeah, I don't think you're using these faces for any 2.0s, unfortunately. But yeah, now we've got that out of the way, let's start head swapping onto the Kaioken body. So, obviously, we will not be doing it in the order that I showed at the start of the video, we'll just be doing it random. Mostly because I have like a massive pile of heads here to the left of me, so bear that in mind, please. So this is the bootleg Super Saiyan head, for starters. Let's see if that fits on here. Yeah, there we go, that popped on nicely. Kind of confirming my suspicion that this is somewhere in between a 2.0 and a 3.0. Yeah, that works. Obviously, skin tone will not match, but it can work with the standard version of this body. So that is good to know. Good stuff. Oh, excuse me, hiccup. Jump cut. There we go. So yeah, this is the standard Kaioken head. It came with a demoniacal fit. Yeah, obviously modified again. Well, not so much modified with this one. The recustom style faces do actually fit quite well in this standard here. So yeah, you just have to pop it on and then secure it in place, and it works fairly well. I know some people tend to think this recast has squished face, but yeah, I quite like it. What I don't like is that. Oh no, that's not right. Oh, we're definitely seeing the difference between 2.0 and 3.0 scaling there, aren't we? He's got a massive head. Next up, we have DCG. So, if any is going to fit, it'll be this one. No, that doesn't fit. Although this does have specific neck adapters for different figures. So I suppose the 2.0 adapter would be more fitting for this as opposed to the 3.0. But yeah, unfortunately that is loose and gives him a giraffe neck. So yeah, we can't really use that one. Unfortunate. Let's see, I am expecting this to have the same result as the standard Kaioken head. Let's see. That one's not even popping on. Come on. Come on, the normal one did. There we go. That doesn't look as bad, but it's still like tiny head syndrome. This is like those cheats you used to get in the Nintendo 64 and PlayStation 1 era, where he gave everyone tiny or big heads. Oh, that's funny. Next up, we have my favourite head sculpt, which does actually pop on. Okay, that's good. Faces obviously are a bit small again for this body. Yeah, that doesn't really work. I don't know what it is. I think it's the way they've designed this neck. Like, the peg is quite high up and the adapter section doesn't seem embedded quite as much as it should be. But I've got a feeling that's by design. like so that they can get their own heads to work. So yeah, yeah, we're not off to a good start here, are we? And we're halfway through. So next up, the recustom head. So yeah, that does. Yeah, again, it gives giraffe neck. Bizarre. Like, for this head sculpt and the recasts, you could always just drill deeper holes into the heads, because they are soft, pliable. There we go, that popped in better. Yeah, he's a that's kind of giving me a Ascended Saiyan vibes, with the sort of bigger hair and the bulkier body. I know, obviously, skin tone, blah 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 blah. But yeah, this would be if Goku went Ascended Saiyan before he went into the time chamber. That's quite funny. I like that. Next up, we have the false Super Saiyan from Black Hole Toys. Let's see. This is one I'm holding out hope for, because obviously the skin tone's off, but the standard version would work well for this. And doesn't really want to pop in at all. Hold on. It's a very spiky and sore, painful head to try and put on. There we go. That is I'll be honest, that's the first head that's really truly worked with this. That is... I'm kind of impressed with that. If those faces were shaded ever so slightly, I think this would probably be the perfect false Super Saiyan body, you know that? That added bulk combined with the crazy hair. That popped back out. In fact, let's do a quick check here, shall we? Because these faces are quite big in their own right. They are, I believe, originally based off the Lefma faces, because I kind of recognise this setup here. Do these faces... That's kind of encouraging. Hold on. Nah, sorry, I went a bit quiet there. I was testing my luck. Yeah, it ends up looking a bit daft there, unfortunately. I was quite surprised there, because the pegs themselves actually fit onto this hair sculpt. But yeah, it's the sheer size of the forehead and stuff that stops it from working properly. I mean, you could use it if you really wanted to, but yeah, that's not going to work very well, is it? Try and set that one there. I mean, you can make anything work if you put your mind to it. Let's be honest, but just unfortunately, that is not a perfect fit by any means. Which ones we got left? We've only got a few. So get this guy back in the middle. The real Legendary Super Saiyan head. Let's see how this works. Nope, that has the same issue as the DCG head. 3.0 style peg adapter. Ends up quite loose and long necked. That's unfortunate. Although mine does have my own like personal neck adapter, like extender in it, aka tissue paper, to like extend the neck out a bit. So I suppose if you took that out, it might fit. You never know. Let's see, this is the recustom recast. This one stands absolutely no chance of fitting. No, that's not even going to pop in. That head is just absolutely tiny. But yeah, just a quick PSA on how I did this. I shaved it because This bit usually has like a big bulge in the middle to accommodate the different face. And then what I did was I drilled a separate hole in the middle to sort of line it up. And yeah, once I did that, it actually lined up perfectly. Like the ears actually go exactly where they're meant to. Yeah, I was quite proud of myself with that. That means that all the Kaioken faces will fit on this very cool looking head sculpt. So yeah, just a bit of friendly advice there. And finally, the lowest born Saiyan head, because why not? And I'll tell you why not, because again, it doesn't fit. This is a very strange neck peg, you know that? Yeah, that's just not fitting at all. I do not want to stretch that peg hole. So yeah, unfortunate. Most heads just simply do not work on this body. Like, a couple of them that you would actually want to work do. That being the bootleg of the Legendary Super Saiyan, the recustom recast, and the Black Hole Toys False Super Saiyan. So yeah, of all those heads that we used, the only ones that fit are those three, which is, yeah, that's a bit unfortunate. I do kind of wish Superaction, I'm calling them that from now on, would have paid a bit more attention to compatibility, but then again, you can't really expect it these days. You can just hope for it. So yeah, hopefully you all found this insightful, useful, entertaining, all the above. Again, link will be in the description if you wish to purchase this figure or the standard one. Leave a like if you enjoyed, leave a comment, let me know how you guys feel about this figure and the head swaps or lack thereof. And yeah guys, until next time, I'll see y'all later.